Hello everyone, this is a video tutorial that will go over the new instance of Cranium Cafe that we'll be using. So log in as normal. When you get there, you can put yourself online and you can also log out, same way as before. And now notice, in this column, instead of clicking on Cranium Cafe to get into the lobby, now you'll click on Lobby, which is a new button that's been added. And what's interesting about this one is it brings you into a private meeting where you can connect with students in a way that's HIPAA compliant, whereas coming in through this way is not a private meeting. You can still do this to get students, but this would be for having group meetings. So everyone now, when you're coming to pick up students, click on Lobby. Afterwards, you'll notice that there's now 3 columns. There's the column that we began with, and you'll have all the lobbies that you're part of here, and then over here will be where the student chats are going to be. So beginning with, see how these are all in red? That means that the lobbies are locked. So classified professionals will come in the morning and open up lobbies. Students can no longer come into lobbies before they're unlocked. So when we begin, they'll come in and unlock it. And notice once it's unlocked, if a student is there, boom, the student will show up all of a sudden. The student could not come in before that point. And so again, we won't click that, or counselors won't click that, but that'd be a classified professional will unlock the lobby. Okay, so now for classified professionals, they'll be using this button right here in order to chat with students. So they'll say something like, hi, can I have your W number, something like that. And then I'll wait for a moment. The student will, hopefully get back to me soon. Test student is typing, and you notice the little dots. The student then puts W. And also notice another thing. See how we have this repeated here? That's because a student came in earlier today, and you have a timestamp of when that happened and a timestamp of when this happened. It'll keep a history of all the chats for that day that will then be deleted at the end of the night. So this is just because this is Dennis over here, and we were just testing earlier today, and now we are doing it again here to record this video. Okay. So that being said, the W number is normal. We'll go into SARS. Counselors, we go up to SARS. We choose our students. We come back, and I have now put test user 1 into my SARS. Everybody knows I'm going to use it. I'm going to see this person. And now it's very simple. There's only one button, and it's this little +1, and it says invite test user 1 into private meeting. So by clicking on the plus button, you'll notice that the student then disappears, and look, immediately we are already in our lobby space. And you'll see the audio and webcam settings have additional little features here. So I can join with audio and video, with audio only, or do not share audio and video. I'm going to go ahead and join with audio and video right here. And then go ahead and allow that to happen. And I can unmute the meeting like this. And Dennis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Wow, and it's really, this is a crystal clear. Dennis and I have been experimenting with this over the past month, but definitely the past couple of weeks, and it finally seems like it's really crystal clear. Even his image looks great on this. So, in fact, I'm a salesperson. I'm just so excited this is working, Dennis, to be honest with you. So the next couple features that are nice about this new iteration is that notice this little button right here. When I click this, it's picture in picture. So I can drag Dennis around. I can come over the Chabot website. Maybe I'm looking at Dennis here. I'm typing up info, and he can kind of move with me. When I want him to go back into Cranium Cafe, simply click that. Another thing I like about this is you can click it, and then I can double click, and he's full screen. And so now I'm just working with Dennis full screen. So I'll go ahead, but note one thing, don't click this pause button. It's something strange with this iteration is that he's still hearing me, but I can't see him or hear him because he's on pause. So it's kind of a strange feature. So I wouldn't click that. Instead, when you want to put him back in, simply click that, and he's back into this space. So a couple other things interesting, you can play around with this, but a couple other interesting things are, if you don't want to see yourself over here, simply click that button, and that also puts him in that screen mode. You can click the, whoops, let me close that. You can also click this button right here, which puts him in most of the screen, but not full screen. And then I'll go ahead again, picture in picture, close that out. So these are some of the things you can play with. Notice how he paused right there. If he ever pauses like that, just come back and click it, because that's some strange kind of little piece that they're probably working on. Okay, so if I want to again see all my information over here, click on these 3 rows and then I have it. So one thing we want to do with students is document, upload, and share. It's pretty much, it's similar as before, but it's a bit better. You have this excess, I have already uploaded this excess units. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. And when I do so, we notice that it comes up here. It's converting the file to PDF. And so we have a document here. In order to view all of the controls, click on these 3 more tools. Notice if the default is now it's unlocked, so we don't have to unlock it. Student can immediately begin typing his name and do different things in there. You can increase the zoom size, and what I do on my side will not be seen on his side. Whoops, cancel there. What I do over here, if I want to drag it around, I can do that. I can minimize it like this. And you can play around this, but the one important feature we want to share is if I draw a signature box, if I want Dennis to sign, click the box. I'll make it like this here. I'll assign, Dennis is a test user, so I assign him. If I was doing it myself, I'd assign myself. Click test user, and then I would say, I could say, Dennis, select that little finger tool, the pointer tool on the far left, or I could share my screen with him. And then when you do that, do entire screen, and I can say allow, and I can say, Dennis, you see this little thing? If my screen I'm sharing, go ahead and click on that one I'm clicking on right there. Okay. And then Dennis could do so. And then he could come down. I'll stop sharing mine. And Dennis, I don't know if you want to share yours so we can see kind of what your view as a student would be over there as you're signing this.
Sure.
So now notice one thing. Dennis shared his screen. It's now over here. I want to click it to enlarge so see what's happening. But I also like this feature of pop. So I could do this, and it makes it sort of a screen that's full like this. But I can exit. I could do that, which is fine. Or this new button, which I like, is kind of a pop-out. So then I can just kind of look at what he's doing while still maintaining my screen in the background. And I say, like, okay, so Dennis is going in there. And then I want to make it larger. So if you want to share with us what you're doing, Dennis.
Yeah, so now I'm clicking please sign here, and a signature box comes up. So now there's 2 ways of signing. Before it was just using the mouse or if you have a stylus pen. But now you have an option of using that or typing. So let me just give you an example of what the old way you were able to do, right? So now the new way is actually typing your signature. So it auto-populated the one that I used before, and then you have font styles. So you can select which font style you want to sign, and then just click on sign and complete. When you do that, it will ask you that by finishing signing this document, would you like an email to be sent to the moderator, which in this case would be Justino. I click yes, and then it prompts you by saying that an email has been sent to the moderator or to the owner to confirm your signature. So this would be a good way to collect the signed documents in case if a student comes back and doesn't recall or lost the form. You could always go back to your email to find the form that was signed. So I'll stop sharing and then I'll let you carry from here.
Great, thank you for that explanation. So we as counselors, when we're sharing our screen, can walk students through how to do that. So once he stopped, we're back on the document here. I will then click my 3 buttons again on the right in order to save the PDF, save all images as PDF, and of course we're going to fill all this in. It has some cool buttons like, you know, you can check mark things now, you know, you can draw, you can highlight, you know, things, and there's this eraser function, which Dennis actually we have to give credit to because he was the one who suggested that to them. We've been suggesting things to them for months, and they're implemented now, and it's just great to see this all actually happening. So in any case, we download the PDF like we said right here, save all images to PDF, export it, you pull it up in your own documents, and then you have the sheet which you can do whatever you like with. Okay. So, there's a lot more we can talk about with this, and hopefully provide some trainings in this later in the new year. But one really important piece is that in the new version, it's fundamental to click the exit meeting button, because since it's a private chat over here, if you don't exit the meeting button, you won't be able to see other students, because the system will think you're still working with a student. So even if the student clicks exit meeting, counselor has to click exit meeting button as well. So Dennis, I'm gonna say goodbye, click the exit meeting button, and so appreciate working with you on all this. And whew, I think we've done it. I'm hoping so. And we'll work with bugs, other things that come up we'll resolve, but I think the meat of it, I think we got it. Ciao. So clicked him, he said goodbye, and now I'm back here and I'm ready to work with the next student. So hoping this is helpful, and look forward to partnering together as we continue to serve our students the best way we can. Okay, wishing everyone happy holidays. Bye-bye.